Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On AMD, it's down 2.38%. So on a day like today where we saw MU going up, Dell going up, and the biggest name Nvidia going up to a brand new all-time high and taking over the biggest companies on earth, Apple and Microsoft, where we saw something similar, not quite big as Nvidia, down on the day 2.38% AMD. Now a couple of things I want to show you guys, and this could be your opportunity to buy the dip and make some money. Right here you can see from these lows we got this trend line. It was holding right here. We got multiple touches right here. It was touching right here, and now we got two touches right here, and we got a bounce off of that level, and the gap is fully closed right here, just under 154, and immediately we saw a bounce back up to almost 155. Now it's do or die situation for AMD right here. AMD bulls need to buy this dip right here. As a matter of fact, I actually bought the dip on AMD just few days ago, a small starter position, and now yesterday actually added more into my position. I was actually immediately green, but that is not why I actually bought, to sell out for small profit. I need to see this line holding, and as long as this line is holding, the stock is getting oversold, gap fill, and now we saw the reversal today. As long as we are above 153 to 154 on AMD, this thing can push. And now let's talk about where things can go on AMD. Well, as long as this support can hold right here, guys, 153 to 154, watch out for a push. And we saw that yesterday, and even today we can see that on AMD was trying, but was not able to go up to 50 SMA right here, 159.27. So I would say 160 right here. AMD can break and hold 160, then watch out for a move back up to 163 to 164, and then this gap from this gap down last week from 165.55, and then we are talking about blue skies right here on AMD, and this thing can push. And why blue skies? Well, usually after filling this gap to the downside, and as long as the support can hold this trend line 153 154, this thing can push. We got unfinished business on top these two gaps. So even in the short term, AMD can come up here and hold right here above 164 and possibly can fill this gap at 165.86. We could see a push back up to this high right here, 173 174, and soon as that breaks, watch out for a move up to 184, and then this gap 188. So that is gonna be your upside target if we can hold this support right here at 153 154. Now at some point the support gives up, you'll know that the trend is definitely breaking down, and this thing will come down to the next support 148, and possibly from there even lower. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X like other people. It's totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have. I'm right here to help you guys with anything you need. Now you guys saw that AMD play. I put my mouth where my money is. I was in it. You guys saw it, that recap, and you can see this play. I mean, this thing went to the moon. Right here is the AMD play, and this is where I actually added. I got in right here and then went back up, came back, added more right here, and now today, I mean, this thing exploded, guys, all the way up to 166. Took profit and still holding bunch of runners for more upside, because now AMD can run. Now look at this play right here, another one, and I'm not even sharing, whole bunch of plays even from today. Chevron, just look at it today, up $4. We traded right here. I got the dip, sold right here, and then got back in again at 153, and now today 158 almost. Exploded, guys. Chevron 157, 158. This thing pays really well. People that are trading Chevron, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Definitely this thing paid a lot of money today. So this was another winning trade, and not to mention day trade I took this morning. Right at opening, MU puts 150 went to the moon. So all these real trade ideas are available in real time, and you get live trading, day trading, swing trading, and all kinds of setups. Check out that link down below in the description. Worth every penny, guys. Alright, so we'll start with AMD, and you can see AMD exploding today, and you guys saw that fantastic play on AMD. And not only that, we went all the way up to 165 to close that gap instantly, just like I said in my video, finding resistance at 165, 164, and now it's trading at 162, but still up 5% on the day. And you can see longer time frame, these trend lines are pretty much right where you want to be. And if you can time it, you're going to make a ton of money on a stock like AMD. And now we still got about 4 or 5 minutes left. If we can actually stay above, I would say I would like to see above 163 to 164 20-day moving average. But I think big move is coming. Still, there is more upside on AMD. As long as we can stay above 154 to 153, watch out for the breakout over 164, and soon as that happens, you're going to see a move up to 171.45, up to this Bollinger Band on top, and then 173 to 174, this previous high right here where we got rejection, and then from there, this thing can move easily up to 184, and then this gap 188. So there is still money to be made, but I would not chase this move right now. Unless this thing comes back down to the support again and hits the support, then maybe you can take a chance right here. But if you're already in on AMD, you can just set a nice stop loss right here at 153 and ride this thing all the way up to at least, I would say, 173, 174, and possibly up to this gap, 188. So rotation back into Amazon stock, which is up 1.70%, and Amazon, you can see high, low, another lower high. We need to take out this high. Otherwise, I mean, it's pretty much trending where this thing can go up or possibly can come down. If we take out this high right here, that's going to be around 189. Then watch out for possibly a breakout over 190 to 192. And that should take Amazon up to 200 by end of July. Now to the downside, Amazon breaks down. And you can see today, even today, Amazon came down to 20-day moving average 182.73. This white line went back up and now trading at 186. So Amazon gives up 185. Next support, 20-day moving average 182.73, and below that, watch out for a dump off down to 180, 176.75, and then 173. On Google, stock is up 0.71%, so Google ran again today from where? Well, your line in the sand was 176, just like I said before. And again, bouncing off of that level, got up to almost 179, and now closing at near 178, up on the day 0.71%. So going into tomorrow's session, Friday, 176, that's going to be a line in the sand. Below that, you're going to see a drop down to lower Bollinger Band 173, and then we also have strong support at 170, rising 50 SMA. To the upside, Google needs to get over 180 and then this previous all-time high 182. If that's out, Google can actually break out of this wedge, then you're going to see continuation and possibly more all-time highs all the way up to 185 and then 190. On Meta, it's up 0.44%, so Meta came down to 13 SMA right here on this daily time frame, 497-ish, and then went back up and now trading over 500, but below 5-day moving average and below the resistance right here at 505. So Meta here needs to get over 503, 505, and then you're going to see explosion all the way back up to 520 and still consolidating inside this bull flag. Now Meta breaks under 497 and 500. Well, now 500 and then 497 will be 13-day moving average. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 490 and possibly down to 50 SMA, this red line 480, and then this gap 478.89, and that's going to be an absolute dip buy on Meta if we get a pullback to retest this breakout right here. On Tesla stock is down 1.78%, so Tesla again trading under 183. And Tesla definitely, I mean, it needs to hold 178 at least on any pullback right here. Otherwise, this is actually a fake breakout. And so far, looks like it might be a fake breakout, guys. Tesla again pulling back and pretty much coming back down to 183. And now that support is gone, trading below 183 and trading above 178. So you'll line the sand here on Tesla, 178, 20-day moving average and 13-day moving average right here. Below that, you're going to see a dump off down to 173.40, 50 SMA, and the bottom of this channel, and then watch out for a move down to 170. Now to the upside, Tesla needs to get over 183. It needs to stay over 183 for this thing to move higher up to 200. Until then, watch out. There might be some consolidation before a big breakout to the upside, or if this thing actually takes out 178, then definitely this was a fake breakout to the upside, and now you're going to see another pullback on Tesla, and who knows where this thing can come down to below lower Bollinger Band right here at 170. Hopefully that's not the case. On Apple, stock is down over 2%, so Apple came down to 208 and now trading near 210. So Apple getting that pullback from 220, but let's just go back and remind you guys what happened here on Apple stock. Well, we got this all-time highs, again all-time highs, and pretty much came back up to all-time highs, and we broke out of this previous all-time highs to a brand new all-time high, 220 right here on top. And since then, Apple was getting extremely overbought. And now you can see there might be a chance where this thing comes down to 198 to 199, maybe even 200, somewhere around that level to retest this breakout here on Apple. And if that happens, this is your time to possibly go long here on Apple stock as long as the support can hold. So now Apple pulling back, and today we got another red day on Apple, and it's actually under 5-day moving average 213.47. So as long as Apple stays under 213.47, there is a good chance Apple might come down to right here 207, and below that 204.33, rising 13-day moving average, and then possibly a retest of this breakout from previous all-time highs, and that should take Apple down to 198 to 200, somewhere around there. Now to the upside, Apple breaks out, and this is it, not pulling back here. Takes out 213.47 tomorrow, then watch out for continuation back up to at least I would say right here around 216 to 217, and then 220, breaking over 220. That would be another breakout for possibly going up to 230 plus on Apple. So Netflix taking a breather, down almost 1% and came down to 673. But look at this bang here on Netflix off of this rising blue line 5-day moving average. I mean, exactly at 673 almost. And look at the low here for the day, 673.72. And you guys got the point. I mean, look at this blue line, came down, and from there, and now it's trading at almost 680. So here on Netflix, your line the sand for tomorrow, guys. Definitely 673, and below that 665 to 664, and then down here 651.39. To the upside, still I think Netflix going to 700. So as long as you can trade actually above this blue line 673, watch out for continuation all the way up to 700. On Microsoft, it's absolutely flat on that day. And look at this buying today here on Microsoft. They definitely don't want to give up this support. 443 went back up and now trading at 446, almost pretty much flat on the day, and trading above 445, rising blue line 5-day moving average. So 445 and 443. These are going to be key levels to watch for tomorrow's session and into Monday, guys. Below that, Microsoft can dump easily down to this high right here, 433, and then this gap at 432.82. To the upside, as long as support can hold and Microsoft can actually stay above 443 to 445, watch out for continuation back up to 450. And above 450, this thing can push even higher, possibly up to 455, 460, and even higher from there. On Nvidia, stock is down 3.5%. So Nvidia, let's talk about it, guys. Now, a lot of you guys will say, this is it. Well, I'm not celebrating and I'm not saying this is it. but it's definitely heading into the right direction where we could see a big pullback. And you can see we talked about it before that when this thing was trading at 120, 122, and I was saying that 130 calls are coming in, and then even on my last video I said 136 and 140 calls are coming in, and we got up to 140 today, another brand new all-time high. As a matter of fact, way above 140 today pre-market. And from there things are getting like overstretched. And what happens when you stretch something, guys? It's gonna break, right? And this one here, getting exhausted. Buyers are getting exhausted. They're going to take profit at some point. And this might be it. No guarantee yet, because it's just one day. We need to see a daily downtrend on Nvidia stock. And if that happens, well, something like this, this was a daily downtrend last time. And since then, there's no daily downtrend. This thing going straight up. And this is the first time since this pullback right here, we actually got a big bearish engulfing candle, almost taking out this trend line at 131 and taking out the support 130, but it's holding into closing. So 130, that's going to be a key line in the sand here on Nvidia. And Nvidia trades below that, then watch out for 126 and then 117 to 118. Now we get a pullback under 130, comes down to 126, goes right back up to 130. This could be a lower high, and this is where you can short Nvidia again and make some money. As long as this thing stays down, I think it can go down even more. Now, if this is actually a fake breakdown to the downside and it's still going to hold this trend line, then watch out. I mean, you can see, guys, I got this trend line here, and I don't like to, show you guys trend lines, because a lot of people, what they do, one trend line breaks or it touches one trend line, they would just draw another trend line. So that's not the point. You cannot just draw another trend line. But you can see if this thing drops and comes down here, that's a long way down, right? 107 right here, maybe 110. So that is why there is good opportunities here on Nvidia stock if this thing remains down and we go into a daily downtrend. Now, above 130, definitely can move back up again, up to right here, this high, that's going to be around 134, 136, and then 140. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated.